Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Island Fans. It's a Saturday morning. The EPL is about to get started in just 1 hour Atlantic Standard Time. And we here, Island Fans, are happy and ready to give you a good old fashioned preview as you prepare for today's and tomorrow's games. And some big games are coming up as well, boy. Oh, boy, some good games. And of course, the feature match is today, Atlantic Standard Time, 1:30, Liverpool versus Arsenal. So if you're a Liverpool fan, if you're an Arsenal fan, today's a big day for you because we get to see what will happen between Klopp versus Arteta, both teams in a general good run of form. And that is our feature match. So, of course, please tune in 1:30 this afternoon, watch the game. We're going to preview it. Got the team here this morning, got Shaq, got Moydem, got hashtag free Danny. You never know, he might just get free soon. and it's a lot going on in the EPL. And in just 1 hour, we're going to have Leicester versus Chelsea. Leicester versus Chelsea. And the lineups are out, Leicester versus Chelsea. But before I do that, let me just say good morning to all the fellas. Good morning, guys. How you guys doing?
Good.
Things good.
Awesome. Anybody eat breakfast yet?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
I'm
gonna get
good.
some early breakfast morning stuff, man. I
Nah,
feel like eating breakfast.
Fresh off weekend league.
yeah,
No time for food.
No time for food. Okay, all right. Got some people here. We got Sharissa Dover saying good morning. Jaleel here saying partner me coming for views. All are you? Okay, wow. Says we're not even to that morning. Okay, somebody kind of vex. The Sharissa saying here it's too early. Too early. Wake
Wow.
up. Wake up. Let's get this going. And see what this is like. And we see lots of fans coming in here, and we're gonna jump in here. I just got sent the lineup, so that's good to see. And yeah, it's great. So let's get started talking, guys, about the lineup. If you like this show so far, hit the like button. And if you want to share it as well too. Share it via WhatsApp to all your friends, all the EPL people that wake up this morning to talk football. You can you can let them talk, come and jump in and get in charge of that. Because that's what we're doing right now. We are talking that. We see he said Thursday and Friday no Island fans. Yeah, we're trying the Saturday morning thing, see when that works. So under the direction that takes. It's the weekend. Sleep in. True, I hear you. But if you about football, a lot of Chelsea fans probably waking up anytime now so they can watch. Good to see Joey says the return of Joshua. Yes, I'm back. I'm definitely back. Good to see you, Joe. Definitely. All right, let's get started with the lineups, guys. We got Cam Hudson-Odoi, we got Chalobah, we got Havertz, we got Chilwell. These are guys. Yeah, we got Jorginho, Rudiger, Silva, Mendy, and that's an interesting lineup there. Chelsea coming onto the back. Some quick stats before I get you guys' feelings on that. We got James, we got Kante. Try to top this for me again, Shaq, so I can see it one more time. As we try to get our way through that, we got Mount as well too. Of course, this team is set up just nicely. We see Ijali is saying, Drew, just wake up. I don't know about that, but either way, that's the way that is. But let's talk about this team, guys. Chelsea, this is their usual team. Lots of people in form. And when you actually check out the stats coming into this game, a lot of the bet makers are saying Chelsea should win, but this fixture has tended to be a draw in the past. Leicester unbeaten in their last three home games. Chelsea as well too. But Chelsea tend to beat Leicester, but Leicester are also at home. What are your thoughts on that? Just initially, just jumping into this, who you think immediately is going to win this game? Start with Shaq.
the favorites for this game has to be Chelsea because of the form they're in, the top of the table, and of course, I think we've had Brendan Rodgers for the past couple of years on fraud watch. So just on that basis, Chelsea should win the game. However, Leicester is a
Mm,
good team on a given day, and they can cause them trouble. I think Chelsea made a couple of changes with Chalobah in the backline. He has done well when he's coming, but you never know. I mean, Vardy is aging like fine wine, so Vardy can always
mm.
spring a goal, and you never know what can happen.
Never know for real. Good morning. I can't even tell it's good morning. Jamal can tell if it's good morning or not over there, but I see all the
Yeah.
lights, so I'm assuming it's morning. Could be
Yes.
afternoon. I don't know.
Nah,
Okay, all right, there we go. But yeah, good to see you as well. Yeah, good point, Shaq. You know, you may be a Vardy party today. Y'all think you think so more? What are your feelings in this?
I mean, it's a game that could be a possibility of two ends. I mean, with Havertz, you have seen him struggle, for the past games that he had with Chelsea. So I guess it will come down to which team can get the chance and finish them, and we'll just see a winner from those.
Leicester have kept just one clean sheet in their last 17 Premier League games. Anybody think that they could actually win this game?
I don't think so. Not at all.
Yeah, I do actually.
Wow. Okay.
Actually, I
Yeah,
actually think
I
they
think
can win this game. Yo, the fun thing about Leicester is, right, they have these games where they start bright, then they lose, and then that game that everybody expects them to lose, that's usually the game they win. And
Mm,
today is might just be one of those games.
you may just be right there. But the fact that Chelsea is coming into this game having conceded only 4 goals in the last 11 games has nothing to do with it. They can't shut out Leicester.
I mean, they can, but at the same time too, Leicester is one of those teams that, unlike a lot of the other teams in the Premier League, Leicester is one of those teams based on their style of play that sometimes only needs one opportunity. Leicester is one of those teams that on the day when they're balling, if they get 3 chances, they will score 3 goals.
All right. So, what are
So
your thoughts on that? Like to that, would they get 3 chances? And what are your predictions in this game?
I'm
Chelsea.
actually gonna go 2-1, 2-1 to Leicester.
2-1 Leicester.
To Leicester.
Ooh.
I go 2-1 the opposite way.
I'd go 2-0 to Chelsea. You have to remember this is coming off an international break as well, right?
Yeah,
So
true.
I don't expect
All
any.
right,
I
I'll
do
go.
expect teams to come out with a result.
Okay. All right. So you say 2-0 Leicester?
Chelsea.
Chelsea? Okay. All right. Anybody else?
I'll go 1-1.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm going
Yeah,
1
I agree.
2. I see this is so this game going to draw 1-1, 2-2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Vardy and Chalobah.
Okay.
Which Chalobah? Wait, what?
Chalobah always
Vardy.
good when he plays.
Good point. Wait, he playing defense today, right? Not midfield, something like that. So that should work for him. All right. Moy, what you said?
I'm going with a 1-1 draw. I
Good
would be
1-1
very
draw.
happy if Leicester win the game today,
Okay.
based on
All right.
feeling.
The odds makers say that there's a 54% win probability for Chelsea. So, if you're feeling lucky with Chelsea, then that's the direction to go. Let's move over to Newcastle Brentford. Eddie Howe, I'm hearing, and if you're hearing new news, not going to be there for the match. He has COVID, apparently. So, I mean, that's interesting. He set up the team nicely and to go play Brentford, but is not going to end up being there. I heard some comments from Wilson talking about he looking forward to this new system that Eddie Howe is going to bring because the 5-3-2 wasn't working for him. He wasn't getting a lot of chances, and when he does get chances, he has to be clinical. But then with Eddie Howe now, we're going to have a bit more fluidity, a bit more, pushing forward, and more chances created. What are our thoughts on the system that he is going to put into this game, even though he won't be there, but the way he's going to set up the team? And do you see success with him in the future?
Yeah, successful him and Newcastle in the future. Yes. This game, I don't think we can really judge the impact that his week of training session or his formation will have, because he can set the team up, but if they don't do what he wants them to do in the game, which is his man management in the game, or tactical management in the game, and he can't do that from his house. So unfortunately,
Wow.
unfortunately, I
Okay.
mean, if he goes a goal down, how is the team going to react to that without having him on the sideline? They'll have the coach that they had for the past, I guess, couple of games, but it's not Eddie Howe, and I do think
Or,
Brentford might just edge this one.
or
Brentford.
Jamal,
Yeah, big man.
Jamal, they might be so well drilled that even though they go a goal down, they know what to do already.
It could go the other way as well. So yes,
Mhm.
agreed. But I'm just thinking of those little nuances in the game where, you know, if you want a player to stay wider and he keeps tucking in, he won't be able to tell that player to do that, and that might be detrimental to the team.
Okay, they might have some a party over there in the chat.
Yo, I'm
All
saying.
right, all right. The whole, man, I don't know where to start with that, but the stats makers say that that Brentford have lost each of their last 4 Premier League games, and Newcastle are one of 2 sides with no clean sheets for the season. Um, that means there goals in this game, right, guys? So we're talking like a 4-4, 3-3. What y'all feeling? What y'all thoughts on this? What's your for Danny?
What?
Yeah, what did you just say?
Oh, I didn't say anything.
Okay. So we all guys in 3-3, 4-4, 5-5. I hope
Probably
so.
2-2.
I mean 2-2. Wilson's going for sure, right?
I'm going 3-2. 3-2 to Brentford.
3-2 to Brentford, boy. No faith at all in the Eddie Howe system.
To be fair now,
Okay.
Brentford lost what, the 2 worst teams in the league the past 2 weeks. And Newcastle would be 3rd, so I guess Newcastle beat them.
Yeah, Newcastle could just well do it. So
Yeah, they
do it.
could win, but I mean, so I expect Brentford to win. Brentford has the better defense of the 2, and yeah, I just expect them to win the game. I expect it to be a cool game because even though Eddie Howe isn't there physically, the manager bounce might kick in, but I just don't think they'll win the game. Because like Jamal says, when you go a goal down, what happens then? What is he gonna do? FaceTime them? So
That's actually funny. All right. Moy, what's your prediction for the game?
I'm going 1-1.
1-1. Okay. All right. Yeah, man. I think too, this may end up being actually a good game, man. Newcastle need points. They need to stay up, and then now is the time to do that. We got Crystal Palace versus Burnley in this game too. A lot of people are actually, saying that it could be a 50-50 between who's going to win and lose, but some are giving Crystal Palace the edge. Anybody here will give them the edge as well?
Crystal Palace versus who?
Yeah,
Burnley.
Crystal
Yeah,
Palace,
Also,
Burnley.
the
I
comment section.
Steel, mate.
Okay. Try to stay focused, guys. Okay. All right. Okay. Where am I? Oh Lord have mercy. Anyway. Yeah. So yeah, guys. The Crystal Palace or Burnley. Crystal Palace or Burnley. We're leaning. We're leaning.
Crystal Palace, Burnley still getting relegated.
Burnley still getting relegated. Not Crystal Palace.
Yes,
The man said Gallagher is the boss now, man. That he's in form, and he's doing bits there, for his team. Will he have any major effect in this game? Then what do we get out of them?
Look,
I
we
want
starting
to
to see.
not.
Good shot. Good shot. It's a weird Saturday morning, boy. I tell you. Go ahead, Shaq.
No, I was just going to heap some praise on Patrick Vieira and the job he's doing there. I mean, even yes, Gallagher's playing well, but you had to identify Gallagher and want him in his team too. So credit to Patrick Vieira and his recruiting team.
Okay, definitely. It should be a good game, guys. With the way Patrick Vieira is playing right now, his team's playing right now. But Burnley have actually won more points and scored more goals in their last 3 games than they did in their last 11, in the previous 11. So I mean, you could say that Burnley's in a good run of form coming into this game. So some are, thinking it should be Burnley, some should be Crystal Palace. Sounds like a good game to watch. We got Aston Villa versus Brighton, and as you know, Aston Villa got themselves a new coach. Stevie G at the helm, And Brighton are still Brighton when you consider where they are in the table. This also should be a pretty good game to watch. I don't know if you are, but I'm definitely going to want to see this game.
Yeah.
So, what are y'all predictions for this particular game? Brighton versus Aston Villa.
Stevie
Mm,
G, Brighton. Yeah, I'll go with the Brighton win.
Even though they're winless in their last 6, they've had some tough games though in the last
Yeah,
6.
man. Gerard can hit the ground running. Jamal will be able to tell us more about this since he's the local Rangers fan here. So I'm looking. I just think that Graham Potter, the continuity that he has with Brighton, that he can get something going quicker than Stevie Gerrard being appointed to Aston Villa.
Good Rangers fan. What do you think?
I do think Steven Gerrard might get something out of this game today. You know, the
So
whole
draw.
yeah, either a draw or he might edge a win because they have the players. It's not like they don't have the players, right? They have quality players there. It's just to get them playing in a proper system. And I mean, coming off of that, his run with Rangers, I do think that bringing his expertise to this team is just gonna put them on a trajectory to go forward. Whether it's today or next week or January, that will be we're yet to see that. But I do think that he can get something onto the game today.
Okay. Anybody else think so? Anybody else think
yeah.
that Aston Villa could get someone to this? Go ahead, big
Yeah,
man.
I think they're gonna get that little new manager bounce. You know, Stevie G's gonna come in and say, well,
New manager bounce. Okay.
no, he's gonna come in and say, you know, fellas, I went invincible last year. You know, yeah, I need to shape up.
True.
I think he's gonna probably try to improve the defense first. So, ED gets the win or ends in a 0-0 because I think he's gonna be focusing on not losing rather than winning.
Good point.
Right. On that point, Memphis, Jamal. So, what kind of manager is Steven Gerrard? Is he attacking manager, or he's gonna try, like Memphis said, start out that defense and then build upon that?
Well, any new manager, I think, would try to sort out the defense first because if you keep your team out, you have a higher chance of winning. If you keep the opposition team out, you have a higher chance of winning. So coming into a new team, logically, you should, stop conceding first before you try to score. And I don't think it matters if he's an attacking manager or a defensive manager in that respect, in the sense that if you're trying to build a legacy or protect what you've done so far from Rangers, I think you would try to at least stop, conceding goals in your first game. I mean, that would be the message to your players in the first game. Like, if you don't concede, you have a chance to win.
Good point. I mean, coming into this game too, both teams are not really in a good run of form, if you actually think about it. So you may want to say Aston Villa haven't won anything, as well. They've just been losing. And Brighton, after such a great start, they have a lot of draws and they got a loss in there too in the last 5 games. So something has to break. It's going to be a draw or somebody's going to win. So this is why I say that's the game. That's definitely the game to watch. All right. We got someone here saying, Joan and Marsha, hear what? I didn't even hear nothing. But don't be surprised if Arsenal grab a result today. Yeah, we'll get into that in just a second. We're going to get a lot of stats on that from our Arsenal folk. Let's quickly move over to Watford versus Man United. That's 11 o'clock Atlantic Standard Time as well. And immediately after that, it's an away game for United. And of course, you see Watford coming into this game too. A lot of bet makers are saying in light of United's poor form, this is the chance where Ali can redeem himself after those last 2 set of bad games and some more tough games to come. So there's 63% chance they say that he's going to win this game. Do you guys feel that the percentage is so high in light of United's form and who's old, who's out? But what do you guys think about this immediately?
I think the percentage is too low.
The percentage is probably high because of the record United have at Vicarage Road.
That is true. Watford have lost 12 of their last 14 games against United. That's true. That's part of it.
Also, the record Watford are coming into, they're only won 1 in the last 5.
They have. That's so true. They have. And conceded a lot of goals in the process too. But they've had some big wins though on their Ranieri. So I mean, are we expecting a lot of goals in this game?
Yeah, we are. Y'all are not. I'm thinking about the Harry Maguire hat trick. Fine form.
In
The man is
for
on
what
top.
for?
That man is on top form for his country. I mean,
You hear what
three-headed
he said?
goals coming up
For
today.
his country.
Yeah, but the
Uh,
man, yo, stop acting like that, dog. When Harry goes away and he has a good time for England, he usually comes back and gives at least a decent performance for at least 2 to 3 games running, and then he goes back to Harry. So, I mean, we're looking at a performance
what?
today. I think the win percentage is too low. Actually, I think United can miskill them man today.
Mm,
Joe, I think the only worrying thing about what you said about Harry Maguire is that there's not another international break until March.
Well,
So if
that and that's and
if
that's
he just
that's the
get his
good
two or
thing.
three good games
wow.
after this one, then
That's
it's
the
a bit.
good
But
thing.
I agree with you.
If they
I
can
agree
get
with you.
if he can get his good games out of the way now, then when I will face them, then you know Harry is back.
Okay. Okay.
I agree
All
with
right.
you. Though. I think that United should. I don't think there's a way United loses this game.
I don't
I
expect
don't.
them to lose. And honestly,
There
if
is a
if
way,
they were to lose
and his
today,
name is Harry Maguire.
I I think if they were to lose today, and Ole
Mhm.
was called to the office and told, "Hey, that's it," I
That's
don't
it.
think I don't think he could argue with it.
That's a good point. Good point. Good point. So Memphis, you're gonna see the celebration today. You're gonna put his fingers in his ears today. You know, he's gonna score or no?
Who?
This is the part where you say Harry. This is the part where you say own goal. You know, normally more the own goal specialist there, but I mean,
I
maybe you can.
mean, if that's a that, you know.
If that's that, okay. More you the hater for the United on the City side. Tell us what your prediction for this game is. 1-0 Watford.
Nah, I don't see Watford coming out the result in this game. If they do, it would be. I think it would be shocking for everyone. But yeah, I'll see United winning at least 3 goals to nil in this game. Or if
Okay.
Watford manage to nick 3-1. But I see 3 goals.
3 goals. Okay. All right. Wolves, West Ham. Wolves, West Ham. West Ham in some good form, boy. And there's rumors there. I don't know if you all saw, but Jesse Lingard posted a West Ham post there on his Instagram. And everybody's saying, hey, he may just be drifting over to West Ham. In light of their form, where they are in the table. I mean, David Moyes is looking like a pretty good manager right now. So they can bang Wolves easily, right?
I want to say
No,
easily.
Man, but when y'all gonna give the man some props, man? We're talking about a top four manager here, right?
The season
no.
Can't
I
already.
can't
mean,
can't ban
on,
Wolves.
on previous shows, we've given David Moyes credit, and I mean, well, he has West Ham flying right now. But I also don't think it's going to be a run over of Wolves. Wolves too have been pretty steady over the past couple of games. So I fully expect this to be a good game. A good game. We see a game with chances, but I
Mm-hmm.
2-1 or maybe a 2-2 game.
Anybody think Wolves will win? Anybody think Wolves will win?
Yeah,
Nope.
I do actually,
Okay, you think
bro.
so?
This
Even
this
though West
this
Ham haven't lost their last, I think they haven't lost the last 11 games. I think it's 8 wins and 3 draws. But yet
yeah,
Wolves are
but
gonna beat them.
the thing is,
Okay.
right, with this West Ham team, them catching farm and giving us these phenomenal performances. We saw this last season too. But then there was always that patch where they would do it. And then
Mm,
again, they would beat the Uniteds, they would beat the Liverpools, they would beat the Cities or draw with the Cities. And then they would go lose to, they would go lose to West Brom or somebody. So I am not, to be honest, I am not fully
mm,
um sold on it as yet. I give Moyes his credit for the job he's done so far, but I'm not fully sold on it as yet. And Wolves on their day isn't a bad team. And if there's one thing Wolves is going to do is attack.
mm,
So
that's true.
and then we have Kurt Zuma, who realistically on a good day can be a good defender, but on a bad day, I mean, can be a fridge. So It just all depends on what happens today.
And
But I
the
think the
past
game is
goals.
I think the game is anybody's game.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it could be. It could be either way, But I think, of course, they would drift to West Ham and like to their farm. Nobody probably cares about Norwich versus Southampton, right? I mean, that's like a
Yo,
big
now
okay,
it's second
right?
win, dog. Let's go.
Okay.
Yo,
All
for
right.
real. What do you think?
Yo,
What is it,
Southampton
8 points?
defense are looking bad though.
Norwich
Southampton
have a new
defense are
manager too
looking
now.
bad.
We forgetting about that new manager
So
bounce.
I'm that's what
Second
I want
win
to say.
coming.
It's like if nobody thinks the bounce don't play to now,
Josh,
it's so bad. The bounce don't play
Josh,
to
a
now.
couple of weeks ago, we had I gave these guys a challenge.
Okay.
How many points do you think Norwich will end the season with?
Wow.
I
Okay.
think I don't remember what everybody said, but I just want to know if they rethinking that point tally.
They have what right now? They have 5 points right now? Yeah, 5 points.
I think the highest is what 2024.
Yeah, I think the highest
You
is
said 21?
Yeah,
I said 21.
I think
18
that
games
I
left.
think that might have been the
19, no.
highest.
7. No. How many games is that? 38 games this season. So is that 27?
Yeah, I think I
That's how
said
much
either
game done.
17 or 18. But anyway, is Dean Smith gone over there, innit?
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
So they're getting an experienced manager. I mean,
Experiencing what?
they're gonna have a change of system, but
And
yeah,
Dean
I don't know. I still don't see that big of a
Experience in
difference, honestly speaking.
Oh man.
I think Dean Smith would be on Jail and O'Neill fraudless.
Oh boy,
Yeah,
boy,
man,
hate,
that's
boy,
not.
hate is real.
Yeah, I'm still
Okay.
sticking with my. I think I predicted 17 or 18 points. I'm still
Uh-huh.
sticking with that.
I gotta go and watch back that video.
I know, yeah, I gotta go see that video there because I don't know, maybe y'all discuss this then. Go ahead, one.
I think I said 15 or something like that.
15.
I think it was
That's
upwards, like it was like
low.
15,
It
17,
was 13,
21.
15, I think 17,
Yeah,
19.
it was like in that
like that.
trend.
Nah, I
That's
said
just
21.
cool, guys.
Yeah, yeah.
That's like what? 3 or 4 wins y'all think they're gonna get out of the 27?
Yeah, I don't
mean,
see them
that is
getting much more.
I said
massive.
they beat Brentford and nobody agreed with me. Look what happened.
Man, that is crazy. That is crazy. But I mean, guys, you're Dean Smith. I don't know if y'all talked to me, but if you're Dean Smith, you're coming to this team. What's the first thing you do? The very first thing you do?
Prepare
Pray.
for the championship.
Pray. Okay. Prepare for the championship. What else? I mean, you don't think you gotta figure out why you concede 26 goals?
Yeah.
Figure that part out first, right? Stop that. Stop the leak before you focus on the offense.
That would be
Reorganize
the best thing
defense.
to do.
Come on. Because, if you get the defense started out, then maybe you might get a few draws that keep you in the league. You never know.
Exactly.
Bro,
Yes.
Dean Smith had Aston Villa, right? In it's like ultimate team, right? This man just go in his settings and put 4-4-2. Stay forward, stay forward, stay forward, stay forward. Overlap, join the attack. I forgot about the midfield and the defense.
No, outside.
Just vibes.
Wow. Okay. All right. But even though some people don't play Ultimate Team who watch this, I think they got your point. That they really didn't have any good defense there.
And it's not to say they don't have the quality, because they have good enough quality not to be where they are. But them, they were losing their midfield battles, and then not just that too. He had the team playing at a certain level of intensity that they were only able to keep up for maybe 20 to 30 minutes. Because although they lost a lot of games, when you really check it out, a lot of those games they lost from winning positions. Because they would have that, but they can't defend. They would score, go 2-0 up, 3-0 up, and then show the game at the end of the game. Perfect example, the game against Wolves. They were up 2, and then Wolves came back and scored 3 goals in like 10 15 minutes.
Yeah. Definitely. Well, I don't know who watching. A lot of people say Southampton's defense coming to this game is not that bad, actually. Keep it doing well. If fantasy people like their little mental, you never know. This may just end up being a good game. All right. Man City Everton is tomorrow, and we'll knock off those 2 tomorrow games: the Tottenham game, the Man City game. Is an easy win for Man City against Tottenham, right? Against Everton, right?
Yeah.
80% win probability for Man City. 7% chance that Everton is going to win this game. I mean, yeah, that means, anybody, if you're going to bet on Everton, not to say I'm a betting person, but if you're going to bet on Everton, and this is a gamble that I'm not too sure you want to do unless you're just, trying to win a ton of money and hope they win. But I mean, how many goals are Man City going to score in this game, guys? 4, 5?
I'm looking at
4.
3.
Yeah. Remember Kevin De
Yeah,
Bruyne has
1-0 Everton, dog.
Ooh, 1-0 Everton.
Demari Gray
Okay.
run to the field and score that. Come on now.
And who's going to keep that
Yo,
clean sheet?
mood, Memphis.
We got a Demari Gray fan here. But which defense is going to keep that clean sheet? I just want to figure that out.
Oh, the
Not
City
the
defense is keeping the clean sheet, I think.
Okay, so Everton very defensive. Thank you. Don't think Everton will win, but it'll make it difficult. All right, y'all agree?
Yeah.
I bet it was be a piece of cake. Man City was go in, score 4
I
goals and
agree.
just fight for the rest of the game.
I think the City is going to score early, and that's going to show that game plan out to the door. And I think City will get 3 goals easily.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It does, of course. But so you think otherwise, Jamal?
What's that?
You think otherwise?
Oh no, I do think City will win, but I don't think it'll be an easy a walkover. Everton will put up a fight, and we know that they can put up a fight. So I do think that they'll give us a game for sure. But once the floodgates open, it will be tough to keep City from coming back.
Okay, definitely. Tottenham Leeds walk over here. Conte system full effect. Leeds will get 5.
Tell you
Can't
what,
they just need to tell Harry Kane that he's playing against San Marino and so to see if he can turn up?
Stats.
Because if not, we'll be looking at another
shade.
deep line midfielder from the striking spot that he just invented.
Okay.
But I
in the Conte
think
system. In the Conte system. Okay.
yeah, but I think Tottenham. I see Tottenham winning this game 2-1. I think see Son stepping up and scoring.
Okay, 2-0 here. All right. Leeds win is what O'Neill is saying. He said 2-0 Leeds win. That's a bold statement.
Yo,
yeah.
that's just O'Neill and his bias. Remember, O'Neill is a Chelsea fan, and Conte was at Chelsea, and that man hates Conte with a passion. I don't think you'll ever hear O'Neill come in here and give a result in Conte's favor.
Why? I would love to find out why O'Neill hates him. So didn't he win for Chelsea? He won some things for Chelsea. So I mean,
yeah, I think he doesn't.
The love be there?
I think he doesn't like the way in which Conte goes about doing things. I can't explain it, but O'Neill hates that man with a passion.
Stop eating pizza. So Spurs 2-0. You look right. No, he finished the season without 20. Okay, all right, interesting. He says Conte good strike.
Wait, he said no way we.
Okay, he's talking about he said.
No way.
He.
Oh, I thought he said we. I thought he was a Tottenham fan. I was like, wait, they have those?
They exist. They
What is a Tottenham fan?
I was surprised.
They exist. Okay, so y'all think Conte is gonna win this game? 2-0, 1-0, 3-0.
He should, but I'm not gonna. Yes, Tottenham win.
Tottenham win. Well, there's this back and forth.
I'm thinking about Raphinha. But I just don't think he'll be enough. Sorry, I didn't hear that.
No, I was saying you sound like you had more to say, so I was saying to let it out.
I was saying that I think Raphinha could do well. I just don't think it will be enough, and because the Leeds have this gung-ho style, and especially if what is the name, Tottenham playing 2 up top,
yeah,
there's gonna be goals in the game, and I'm not sure if we go goal for goal that they can compete with Tottenham. I think the Tottenham will outscore them.
Yeah,
this is a game for Son. Bamford is still out, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Bro, Leeds is missing Bamford so much, right? Because not even just for the goals he scores, but his ability to, basically drop off if necessary to get the ball and
Mhm.
hold that ball up and get the wingers and so on involved and then still find himself in a position because Bamford is also very good at poaching and they don't have anybody else in the team that does what Bamford does and that's killing them. It's rough when you see them and deploying Daniel James down the middle.
Mm.
That is
Here,
really
funny stat, guys. Tottenham haven't had a shot on target in either of their last 2 Premier League games. Isn't that
That's not
interesting?
surprising.
Isn't that
When you have
fascinating?
Harry Kante dropping the
Ooh.
you still understand what's going on.
Why? Where you guys go over these names, man? I don't even know. Wow. Oh man. Okay, but I mean that's interesting. Their last attempt was in the 44th minute in the West Ham game. I mean, what's the reason for that? It's purely Harry Kane, so nobody else can take shots. He want to take all the shots in them.
You're right. You're right.
System.
I mean, this gonna get some getting used to. This is gonna take some getting used to, but that will change after tomorrow. Tomorrow,
Okay.
sure.
Yeah. Only Norwich have scored fewer Premier League goals than Tottenham. Only Norwich.
and that's
But that's
that.
their level. Norwich is their level. If you're being honest.
Okay. Man, the
Yeah, tell
Arsenal
about
you
these
came out
Arsenal
there.
fanboy.
Well, speaking of those Arsenal fans, let's talk about that big game. That big game, 1:30 today, Liverpool versus Arsenal. There's a 65% chance that Liverpool are going to win this game. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. And only a 16% chance that Arsenal will win, with a 19% chance of a draw. All right.
Yeah.
Like immediately off the bat, the odds look against Arsenal. But in light of Arsenal's form coming into this game, people may say otherwise. Risen right below Liverpool, they're only 2 points behind. They're doing very well. They would say that Liverpool should not underestimate Arsenal in this game. Immediately, before we get to the Arsenal people, what do the rest of you guys think? We got 3 Arsenal people here. What do you guys think concerning this game? Start with Moy immediately. Who's your
Wait there.
feeling?
You said Arsenal is 2 points behind Liverpool. That's what you said.
Yep.
Oh,
Just
okay.
2
Well,
points.
that makes the game very interesting.
It
Um,
does.
Delicate point.
Yeah, it should be a very interesting game. We expecting, everyone expect Liverpool to come out with the victory. But I think Arsenal, there's some part in there that Arsenal is on a very good run of form. I don't know if the international break might change that for either team, how it dictates it. But I think Arsenal could probably make something out of this. At
Make
least,
something.
yeah, I think they could. If they could win the game 2-1. I don't see them losing.
Okay, 2-1 from Moy.
It's a good thing
Memphis.
Jamal is back, but
Good Memphis. Good
But
Memphis.
I think it's gonna be a very interesting game, especially when it comes to the middle of the pitch.
Okay.
Depending on who's in that area for both teams. But if Arsenal get, I think Smith Rowe could probably isolate Trent and get something out of him, because Trent is awful. But
Okay.
in terms of the score, I honestly think it's gonna be a draw. I don't think either team can beat the other. But there's gonna be goals because Salah's gonna get a goal. Smith Rowe's gonna create something. Is whether Aubameyang gonna finish it or not. So probably a 1-1, 2-2, that kind of.
Oh, this man, your boy.
Okay,
You
1-1.
forget Allison giving a blunder or something. He seemed to do that with you said.
Well, did you hear somebody saying that Ramsdale making a mistake today? I don't see why he would. He mean being in form. He might just go away international and come back and just make mistakes. So I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying though that they had to break. They had to break. Jamal, what are your feelings on that? I mean, Arsenal are now on the longest unbeaten run of any side in the Premier League. 6 wins and 2 draws. Liverpool should be afraid, right?
If they were coming to the carpet, they should be afraid.
Hold on. Yeah, sure. This is Jamal.
Okay.
My
God.
boy.
But listen, I never back Arsenal to win a game after the international break. Every time we come back after the international break, it's I mean, like players go away and then like they forget how to play when they come back. And if Liverpool get at us early, I have a feeling it'll be a bit of a collapse, but not in a collapse where it's a 3-0 or 4-0. They might get one or two. I mean, defensive
Like
record
United.
is still good.
How did you get here? All right.
I know, right?
Yo, this is why we like Jamal. He's realistic.
We've got a good defensive record so far, and I do think that the guys will be, up for this game. But I can just imagine, like I'm looking at it from the middle of the pitch. You look over at Arsenal, you say, okay, the guys will be up for the game. But then you look over at Liverpool, and you can see how animated Klopp will be. They're at Anfield, top end going. It's going to be a real hectic game for Arsenal. And if they don't get that midfield under control, it's going to be, chaos in the middle of the field. And they have the legs to overpower us in midfield. We know that. It's legs. It's gonna come down to a game of intensity, and it's the legs. And if we can't hold that intensity, then something will break. That's not saying we can't come away with, a 1-0 win or a 2-1 win, nicking it at the end. But everybody will have to play their part in a well-oiled machine for that to happen. If one person is not in sync, then I do think that we will not come away with anything in this game.
Yep. Drew, the scoreline. Thank you, Memphis. Scoreline, Jamal.
Well, it's tough. I mean, I can give you 3 different scorelines. If we lose, it's gonna...
Sure. Go ahead. Let us know how you feel. Why not?
But if we lose, it's gonna be a 2-0 maybe.
Okay.
Right? If we win 2-1, if it's a draw, it's 1-1. I don't
1-1.
Yeah.
I might give all the possibilities there, boy. Okay. All right.
Jamal, let me say that's strange.
No, I didn't hear Arsenal win.
Infinite possibilities.
That's coming. Jamal predictions coming like one of them. When you're playing career mode and then you're doing the press conference and you have like the angry one, the one midfield and then the happy one.
That's true. Yeah. Nice and evenly balanced. Joe, a lot of people would say coming into this game with your farm and what happened with the West Ham game for Liverpool that y'all got to score a late goal. Y'all could score a couple late goals and just nick this. Are you of that feeling, or is this more of a dominant Arsenal win?
For me, to be honest, right, this is one of those games where I haven't really wrapped my head around a result. For me, it wouldn't even hurt me if we went to Anfield and we lost the game. This is just one of those games for me that's like a tester where you get to see where the team is really and if they're going to go and play the big teams and bring a performance. Because a big one of the important things for us today too is going to be if Partey is going to play. And then also if Partey is going to play, are we playing 100% Partey or are we playing 60% Partey? Because a 60% Partey is going to have a whole lot of running to do. And we know how that goes. So say that, not to say that we can't win the game, because to be honest, if we get Partey, it'll probably be a pairing of Partey and Lukanga. And I was actually thinking about a Partey Ainsley pairing as well, for more experience. I'm waiting to see if Arteta decides to put Tierney back into the squad because of the experience, or if he leaves that kid out there.
Tavares.
But yeah, Tavares, if he leaves him out there. But for me, it's not an unwinnable game. But the thing for me is I'm more looking to see a performance. If we can nick a draw today, I'm pleased with that, because that might later down the road that might turn out to be probably the biggest point we have for the entire season. But this is one of those games where for once in a long while, because every time we've played Liverpool, recently we've conceded minimum 3 goals. So this is one of those games for the first time in a long while where we're going in with some sort of optimism. But then at the same time too, bro, this is Anfield. Like, if you going to Anfield and beating Liverpool is like winning a trophy. Because Liverpool will be trash for an entire season, and then you go to Anfield and the man will manhandle you. That's just their thing. Understand? But today I think we can at least get a draw. But at the same time too, we can nick a 2-1 win.
So I mean, like Joe, you said most of the things that I was going to say. Those are the things that were on my mind, where the parties fit. I'm thinking that what do you call it? That the team should come right back in because of that experience. I saw some people saying we should go to the 5-back. I don't agree with it. I think that we should still play our game. We've been used to on this run. We've been playing a particular way, and I think we should continue that way. I do think that we can get the result. But like you said, Joe, this is in our run we've played Palace, we've played Brighton, we've played some other teams, but none of the ilk of Liverpool. So this is our test. This is our test to see what's going on, where the team is. And I'm looking at this game and I'm saying, Joe, if I can see every man, if I can see down to a man, this man did his job. Hey, if after the game, I'm coming back here and we're saying, Salah was just Salah. Then I think that I won't be down after that loss. But I am really, like you said, I'm really looking for a performance. And I think that performance can propel us into a narrow win over Liverpool. Yes, they're a great team because they're well drilled. They've been coached on the club. Well, how long has Klopp been there? 5 years? 3, 4 years? He's been there for a while, so they've been well drilled. They know what to do. And like I've always said, I think they have some injuries, but with Klopp's system, you plug you in, and it just goes. Yep. It just goes because it's how the system is set up. But like I said, I'm not going to go against Arsenal. That's crazy. So I'm going for a 1-0 Arsenal win. We can be resolute defensively, and if they manage to score, I do think we can go again. My last point, Joe and Jamal, there has been a dip. We start off games very quickly, but then we tend to dip in like the mid part of the first half. If we can see ourselves through that period without conceding, I think that will bode well for us.
Yeah, I agree with that. But because then at the same time too, you know what I had pictured in my head? I had something similar to us against Crystal Palace. That's why I'm saying, a draw is very likely. Like, it could be one of those games where, hey, we nick something early. Liverpool are going to come at you. We hold out, and then just maybe some stroke of brilliance, and they equalize close to the end of the game. But then again, even with that, I think we take that 1 point. And I don't think any realistic Arsenal fan is jumping up, going out here saying, hey, we're going to Anfield and we're going to trash Liverpool. No. But like I said, for once, you're going there with a level of optimism based on our current form. We actually have a backline now for once. Thank you, Jesus. So we're going there. We're going there with some sort of optimism that, hey, if everybody, like Jamal said, it needs to be a well-oiled machine. You see, like that performance we had against Villa, where everybody was clicking, but then we did have somewhat of a lapse, but then you can't really call it a lapse because that goal from Ramsey was just a brilliant goal. You check, that was just a one-off thing. But that game, we dominated Villa for most of the game. A team like Liverpool, you're probably not going to be able to be that ball dominant. But then today is one of those games where when Aubameyang gets his one chance, he needs to score it. When Lacazette gets his one chance, he needs to score it. And fun fact, today is one of those games where I think a player like Saka is going to get chances. And today is one of those games where you need Saka to use those chances.
Well, Joe, you mentioned Saka, interestingly, but coming into this game, my thoughts were that the person I believe would need to be most influential would probably Smith Rowe, considering his form coming into this game and he's even his international form. What do you guys think? This was actually going to act shot before I got dropped off there. What do you guys actually think his role will play today? Because attacking wise, he's been doing pretty well. Is he the key to breaking down this Liverpool defense? Is he that bridge between that midfield and that defense, that attack? Taking that ball off, looking up, creating those chances. Or would you say other players are more influential than him?
I wouldn't put that solely on Smith Rowe, because I think like what Jamal has been saying, it needs to be everybody. But the quality that Smith Rowe has can unlock Liverpool in the sense that he transitions very well. He's going to do the defending. He's going to give us the hard yards. But when he gets the ball, the quick transition and his speed can get us in behind. Like I think Memphis mentioned it. He's going to isolate Trent. When Trent bombs on, Smith Rowe has that quickness that he couldn't, get that Liverpool defense turning. And I don't know if you guys remember, but I think the last game we played at Anfield, maybe last season, we had a couple chances before they scored. So then I think, and Joe, you mentioned this too. It hasn't really been a different Arsenal. The only difference has been us scoring the chances when we get them.
Scoring the chances. Right. Yep. That's why I pointed out with Smith Rowe.
Smith Rowe can get that, and we get that chance, especially like we saw at Tottenham. The 3 chances we got, we scored them. Then we can turn this team over.
But I hear y'all saying a lot. I'm hearing a theme going that everybody needs to be on the go. Everybody needs to be clinical. Everybody needs to put in a shift. But isn't that what you're supposed to do every game? And isn't that what you've been doing the last few games, hence your run? So why is this thing that it's because it's Liverpool, you have to make sure you do it? Because to me, it feels like if that from Arteta's perspective, he's telling them, go and do what you've been doing. Which I
understand, right, Josh? But let's do a comparison here. Let's do the game against Leicester. We beat Leicester. We had a good game, right? Defensively, we held out. But Leicester had chances. Giving those chances to Leicester and giving those chances to Liverpool is 2 completely different things. Because a Liverpool will make you pay for it. A Liverpool will ensure that you pay for it.
So you didn't think that Leicester would make you pay for it, though?
No, Leicester is an inconsistent team. And to be honest, I have a very, very good record against Leicester. So
you could take less risk against Liverpool? That's what you're saying?
I wouldn't say it's about taking less risks, but there were a lot of times, even in that Leicester game, it was a good performance overall, but there was a lot of times where we had lapses of judgment in the midfield. You had, for example, you had Lukanga getting the ball twice and not being aware that there was a guy behind him and turning right into the defender. Those small little things, and then so when you check those things and then they hit us right back on the counter. Now what I'm saying is a chance like that given to Leicester maybe is has a 60% chance of turning into something. A chance like that given to Liverpool is 80 and up. So you just can't afford to make those same mistakes against Liverpool.
Okay.
For me, let me just get in here, Josh. For me, quickly, this is not different from any other big game. I think every big game that every team plays, you have to be switched on mentally, physically. You just have to be ready to go. You have to put your best foot forward and make sure that you're staying consistent. Because like what Joe was saying, you could be switched off one time and you get 1-0. That's what I'm saying. You could just be switched off one time. It's like any other game, Josh. It's like any other game. But you do know that you have to be wary of Salah. He's probably the best player right now in Europe. You have to
Is he scoring today, Shaq?
Well, I'm buying that group from me, boy. 1-0, see.
1-0, say. All right, everybody has to agree. Is Salah scoring today? Is Salah scoring today? This is for fantasy people.
So, Shaq, you take away your captain? Yeah, same
No,
question we just asked.
no, but till left, but I gotta say, I give him a
Good point.
Yo,
Good
No,
for
point.
me,
Sal
my
probably
captain
took
this
out the
as a
Arsenal
discussion.
defenders. All he was take
No,
out the
I'm
Arsenal
blanking.
defenders.
No, my captain is blanking this week, and I'm fine with it.
Tom, he take on my captain in the boss.
Me,
That's your
no.
What I mean?
Me, I'm move my captain.
Salah get
I'm not moving my
back the
captain.
captain next week. Me give son my captain this week.
You gave wait.
That
Hold
could
on.
work. That could work.
Let me
That
get
could
this right.
work.
Let me get this right.
I gave a Spurs player
The
my
Arsenal
captain.
fan took away the captain because the person is playing Arsenal, but gave a Spurs player.
Because he
Yeah.
used them out. He still think they're gonna win Memphis. That's what he's saying. But Salah will score. I assume that's what Joe was saying.
No, me take on my captain for Salah. Come and I think Salah
All
scored
you have to
today.
do was take out the
you
Arsenal
don't think
defenders.
he's gonna score? My
No,
bad.
I
I
don't.
understand what you're saying. There we go. I get you now.
I took my captain away from him because I don't think he scores today.
It'd be real funny if Salah scored in the first 5 minutes.
Yo,
No,
honestly,
I'm
I
just
do
looking
that
at.
with my fantasy all the time.
I just saw. Sorry, dear more. I just saw
You get your feelings away from your logic,
and
right?
4 million persons have captain
Tell you
this
what.
weekend.
Yeah, hold on. I think I saw something on Twitter where they were saying that there was actually a ridiculous amount of people who've actually triple captain Salah for today.
Oh wow, ridiculous! They're ridiculous. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a
That
serious
sound like
amount
one
of
of them
people.
up there now.
Yeah, it's like a serious amount of people that have triple captain Salah for today.
You got 4 minutes.
The
That's a bit
disrespect.
naive.
The
To think that Salah
disrespect.
could come and do what he did at United. No, man.
He didn't really do anything at United.
That's true. They didn't play
That's
defense.
fine.
But
You're
just
right.
to
You're
make
right.
that
You're
point,
right.
to make that point, Jamal, got 3 minutes. Is there any part of you that says that Arsenal are gonna come into this game thinking, boy, 8 games, nobody can bang out, and they come overconfident, and Liverpool exploit that. Is that a possibility today?
That is a possibility and could happen as well. Is that you're thinking, everybody's starting maybe from a clean slate again this week because you've been an international break for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Everybody's been away. You come in and say, okay, this is a game we should be taken by the horns and winning. If we have any ambition this season, and then Liverpool could just steamroll the team if the players decide to go over ambitiously and be just trying to do too much.
True.
Yeah. It's possibility. Well, that's what makes football so interesting because you don't really know. That's what makes a preview even better because it can go either end. All right.
Yeah, true.
Can I just make one more point? One more
Go
point.
ahead.
This is a different Arsenal team, like Steve said, a completely different team. So maybe those old habits are a thing of the past.
I'd hope so.
Yeah, I'd hope so too.
I'd hope so.
But I'm not going against my team. I'm going for one of 2 results, and none of them is a loss. It's either we draw or we win today.
So if you lose, you'll be surprised.
Yeah, if we lose, I'd be surprised. Yeah, but at the same time too, if we lose, I need to be able to take pride out of the fact and say, hey, it needs to be one of those games where I say, hey, boy, that man played good today, but Liverpool were just the better team. Salah was just too much.
Yeah.
Let me say, hey, Salah was too much for Tomiyasu today. What's that kid's name? Tavares couldn't keep up with Mane today. Something of that sort. Yeah, but don't. Yeah, the other way around. Sorry, but don't let it be one of those games where, hey, that man bang out, today, boy. Like, yeah.
I think the own goal prediction need to come out this game. I'm feeling it. Somebody's
Ben
going
White's
to
own goal.
You feel
either Van Dijk or maybe Gabriel score own goal.
Okay.
I'd love a Van Dijk own goal.
I would too.
To lose the game, anyway.
Yo,
the 1-0 Van Dijk own goal. I'm coming back here Monday. I'm gassed.
I'm not going to lie, right? You see that comment that guy made earlier, that Jalil made earlier about Ramsdale. I've actually been thinking about that now. Not that I expect him to make a mistake.
Okay,
but
not
that I expect him. Not that I expect him to make a mistake.
Positive vibes.
He'll need to be mindful today because we know he's very confident on the ball. but he'll need to be very mindful today of that Liverpool press.
True. Good point. Good point. He does need to be mindful. But
Yeah,
I'm sure
man.
I had to give you the talk, man. And so the man come ready for the game. Well, that's it for this morning, guys. And thanks so much for waking up.
I have one more point again. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
First game.
Just based on that point, Joe. His confidence is what could help us break that Liverpool press.
That is true too. That is also true. I agree.
Okay.
How much points he made it the wild shot? I didn't add up to 3 points.
I like the way you're thinking.
That's clever.
Like
That's clever.
Yeah.
Good one. That's clever.
So Shaq get 3 points on that Arsenal.
Okay. That's actually a good point. They may get their 3 points today. Yeah. So we'll see how that goes.
You better not lose to Watford in the Memphis. Or what did you?
I mean,
You're not here the enemy today, no.
wait,
No, but Memphis would be surprised if he lost. That's the point.
What you say?
Well, I guess we will see. Thank you guys for waking up on a Saturday morning, to try this new format. We'll see how well it does and going forward how it will be. Thanks to all the fans. See a lot of likes and a lot of hearts going up for you from the Facebook folk too. And make sure you share this and like and subscribe and keep supporting Island fans. Have a great Saturday, guys, and great weekend.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for watching Island Fans. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you'll know when there are new videos and updates. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and like us on Facebook. Island Fans, for the passion of the game.